Hello, what's happening, all you people in the vinyl place out there? The vast place of vinyl heads. That's what we are. We're vinyl heads. So, glad to be with y'all again, and I don't know where that accent came from. Got some more stuff here for you. Vinyl update and stuff. I don't know, I don't prepare these videos other than the stuff that I'm going to show. I don't prepare a lot of times what I'm going to say, in case anyone out there doesn't already realize this. Okay, moving on. Get started and all that. Here's the new Michael Sweet. This just came out a week or so ago. It's called One-Sided War. It's actually really good. I bought his previous solo album, which came out, I think, last year, which was really good. And this one is a little bit more, if I remember correctly, it's a little bit more rock-oriented, a little bit more metal-oriented than his last one. His last one, you know, it was Michael Sweet. But Michael Sweet is the lead singer for Stryper. I think anyone out there watching this video would know that. Stryper is currently on tour. They're doing a 30th anniversary tour of their album To Hell with the Devil. And they're playing the entire album in order, I'm assuming, of the sequence. And they are wearing their yellow and black outfits from that era. So I'm going. Hopefully, if nothing happens. If the creek don't rise, I'm going. We're going. Me and Kat are going. And then I picked up these albums. I have the first two deluxe versions that came out in, I guess, in Japan or somewhere. They came out in 2012, I want to say. And then we just recently got them over here. I don't know how that works exactly. But these were reissued. This has also been remastered in 2012. Sabbath Volume 4. And I have these on CD already, and I have them on vinyl already, the originals. But I wanted to pick these up because not only are they remastered, but they have, you know, these booklets, and that's a word that I hate. By the way, this is the anniversary of this single today. This is the 30th. So this is the anniversary of that. And it has, I mean, it has a lot of good... Got a lot of good photos of, you know, the Sabbath. So yeah, I'd pick these up. I went to Best Buy to look for a new release that came out that I'll be showing in a video coming up. And they didn't have it, but I found these Black Sabbath ones, so it's like, I have to get those, you know, because I didn't even know that they were out. And they're not deluxe versions or anything, it's just the standard CD. And here's Sabotage, got that one too. And I like how they redid them, because they're, you know, they have a lot of pictures, and, you know, they've been redone fairly nicely, I'd say. And it has... I need to read these too, because I have a bad habit of buying CDs and vinyl too, for that matter, and not reading the inserts. You know, because a lot of times they have... It's pretty interesting liner notes that they have. And I saved the little hype stickers that came with them too. And then I also got Technical Ecstasy. And then I also got Never Say Die, which was the last one with Ozzy in '78, I believe it was. Let's show the back. And also got Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, which that's a great artwork on this one. And there we have, you know, I'm not going to show the insert because this video will drag out forever. But if you see those out and you're a Sabbath fan and you don't have the remasters, I mean, hey. And I also picked up the new issue of Horror Hound, good old Elvira issue. Got to meet Elvira at the last Horror Hound weekend. Me and Kat got our picture with her. That was great. It was totally worth it. And then speaking of Horror Hound weekend, it's coming up March 17th through the 19th right there, 2017. And they're having a Monster Squad reunion. So that ought to be good. We're probably going to plan on going to that. Just because, you know, once you go one time, at least this is the way I feel. I went one time, and now I just feel like I have to go every time. Also picked this up. I was surprised that they still had this because I'd seen it, I don't know, a month or so ago. And they still had quite a few of these. The Motorhead Tribute by Classic Rock and Metal Hammer put this on, or put this out. Tribute to Motorhead and Lemmy, of course. This is the stories behind every album. Exclusive interviews with Phil Campbell and Mickey D on Life After Lemmy. The ultimate tribute, more or less. I mean, it's got some great pictures in here. It's got some great articles that I can't wait to sit down and read. But it goes through all the albums and gives descriptions, and you know, there's Lemmy. It's a sad day when Lemmy actually passed, because you just never would have thought that it would have happened, but you know, we all gotta bite the bullet, so to speak. On to the vinyl. This one I bought as is for $1.99. Steppenwolf 16 Greatest Hits. I had this on CD. I'm pretty sure I didn't have it on vinyl. Just because it was cheap. It's on Dunhill Records. It's cheap, and it has everything on it. Born to Be Wild, Magic Carpet Ride, The Pusher, Sookie Sookie. How can you go wrong with Steppenwolf? I mean. Then I picked these up, and I picked all of these up basically because I couldn't remember which ones I had and didn't have, and they were all a decent price. $1.99. This is Journey. This one's Departure. And then this one is self-titled Journey. And this one has Wheel in the Sky on it. And then, let's see, this one has Any Way You Want It. This is the song that I'm super familiar with. And then Evolution. And this one has Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin', City of the Angels. And then I also picked up Frontiers. And this has Separate Ways on it. Send My Love, Chain Reaction. And I'm pretty sure that I didn't have this one. The other ones I'm not real sure about. Then I also picked up Lou Reed with Rock and Roll Heart. I hadn't seen this record before, at least on vinyl I hadn't. This was as is for $1.99. And when they mark as is, this is at half-price books. 9 times out of 10, there's never anything wrong with them. Now this one is dirty and it needs cleaned. And, you know, if they look at it and think that that's, you know, the fact that it needs cleaned, visually they think that that's a ruined record. I mean, hey, I can benefit from that. You know, the sleeve is not in the greatest shape. It's got a little water damage here. But that's, you know, a little water damage, but that, you know, that doesn't affect me. By the way, I forgot to show the inner sleeves. Here are these Journey records. If you're curious, these have custom labels. Journey was making a lot of money by the time Frontiers came out. So, and they probably made actually more money since then. I'm not going to show the rest of those. And then I also got Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle. And this record, whether I have it or not. It's just, it's a record I don't see very often. And the reason that this one holds a special place for me is, I mean, I had it when I was younger. I don't remember where I got it when I was younger, but the reason that not only is it a good album, but the reason that I like it so much, you know, it has that little, you see that album out somewhere, and it's like, whether you have it or not, it's like it gives you that little fuzzy feeling. It's because my uncle had it when I was a kid, and he used to play it a lot he lived at my grandma's at the time, and he used to play it a lot. He had one of these floor model stereos, which I have one of those upstairs. And he had this, I don't know what they're called, but it's the light, looks like a speaker, but it beats to the music, different colors, different colored lights. I don't know what those are called, and I think they still make those somewhere. But anyway, this has the version I like. It has the Space intro on side 1, and then Fly Like an Eagle. On the Greatest Hits CD, it doesn't have that. It's like, really? That's like, it should be together. It's sort of like, you think about Van Halen's first album with Eruption, and then You Really Got Me. It's like on their Greatest Hits, Best of Both Worlds CD, they weren't the same track, if I'm not mistaken. It's like, they should be. And this has Dance, Dance, Dance on it. Take the Money and Run. But yeah, I mean, Steve Miller is a great artist and or band. This one I picked up, The Joker, Steve Miller Band. And the funny thing about this, I wasn't really sure if I had this record or not. I want to say that I did not have it. Did I show an inner sleeve? There was no inner sleeve for that one. Or just a plain white sleeve. And this record, it's funny because back in the 70s, yes, I'm old, I remember going to Hart's Department Store. We had one of those around here. And I remember flipping through records, and of course I was flipping through the Kiss records and Bay City Rollers and, you know, stuff that was popular at the time. And I seen this record, and I was thinking that, wow, he's got like makeup on like Kiss does. No, well, for one, it's a mask, and two, he doesn't perform like that, unfortunately, and I don't remember seeing the back of it. I must not have pulled it out and looked at it. But I remember seeing this mask in a Halloween store at one point, way after I seen this album. But that's sort of a little thing that I think about when I seen that album. It's like, you know, I have to get it because it's Steve Miller, and it's, you know, it has that little memory in my head. It's funny how things stick with you your whole life that's quite meaningless in general, but you know. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. You like my new poster back there, The Devil's Harvest? I got that at Omega Music when I went there, which I talked about in my last video, if you want to watch that. So it's a Friday, and I thought I'd make some videos to catch up on my stuff, show, and leave some comments, and come back and see us. We're open 24 hours.